This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, everyone. How's everyone today? We enjoying this nice weather? Yeah, it's not too hot and it's not cold. It's nice and beautiful this last couple of days. So if you notice up here, we have a few new faces. We are finally fully staffed in our office. Thank you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce each and every one of these beautiful people up here and let them talk about what their position is. Okay. First one I'm going to introduce is Henry Arroyo.
Stand up. Hello, I'm the DRC administrator. So if you need to alter your property, you come to me for the permit. So um, I've been in customer service for the last about almost 25 years. So that's bringing a lot of customer service experience.
Okay, thank you. So again, he's our new DRC administrator. He will be processing your architectural modification requests. The ones that he can approve on his own, he will. The ones that need to go to the board or to the committee, he will prepare and have that sent to the committee for review. Next, we have Michael Cavalier.
Hi, I'm Michael Cavalier. I'm the office administrator, assistant to Bradley Gonzalez. I'm here to support everybody in the office, basically, but also to support all of you in anything you need when you come to the office. If you need help with paying your HOA dues or your storage units or stuff, anything like that, forms that you might need. Thank you for that. If there's any issues or anything, and Michelle's not there to help you, I'm the next guy you come to.
Thank you, Michael. So Michael is going to be part-time. He's going to be working most of the time. It will be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. It may change from time to time, but as of right now, his schedule will be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, all day in the office. He also is one of our front steps gurus, and he's really picked up on that. So he's really been helping out with some of the homeowners on that end as well. Next, I'd like to introduce Rodika, or as we call her, Mika, M-I-C-A. I don't know how, I always mess up your last name. Bujalan. Okay, so I'll have her speak.
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Rodika Botulan, and I'm going by Mika because not too many people remember Rodika. So Mika is easier. And I'm happy to be addition to Happy Trail. I'm doing compliance administrator. And actually I worked here 20 some years ago, and now I'm back because I really love Happy Trails community. So I'm here Monday through Friday from 7 to 3, and if I send you a letter in error, please forgive me. I can fix it, but the reason we send the letter out because we want to keep the community beautiful and neat, and I'm really happy to be part of it. And thank you. And I appreciate if you're kind and you call me and you let me know the issue and I will fix it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mika. So again, Mika is our compliance administrator, and she sends out those, what we call in the office, love letters to all of you. And again, please bear with all of them that are up here because we are training, so there are going to be some trial and error. But if you just come into the office and meet with us, we can work things out. Next, we have Deanna. Deanna is not new with us, but she has a new position. She is now our bookkeeper. So Deanna.
Hi, I'm excited about this new position. I'm just asking for a little patience. I have been in training. Don has been actually awesome in training me, so I appreciate that and look forward to working with you guys.
Thank you. Next, we also have a new position, a new title, and that is Michelle. Michelle is currently our receptionist, but she's also gained a new title, and that is office administrator. Or I'm sorry, office manager.
Hello, I am Michelle Patton. I know most of you by name already. I'm at the front. You guys can come in and see me for
Come
pretty
on
much
in.
anything. If I don't know the answer, I will find it out for you. That was one thing I will guarantee, even if
Oh,
it
well,
takes me a couple of
thank you,
days.
thank you.
I'm excited to
listening
get to know the people
sounds
I
so
haven't
good.
gotten to know yet. So if you haven't met me, please stop in and say hi.
Yeah,
Thank you.
definitely. How I
And then
got this for me.
we are going to be leaving or losing one of our amazing employees,
Well,
Dawn. I'll let Brad wanted to say a couple of words about Dawn, but she will be leaving us.
Yes, as new faces come,
okay.
some of the experienced folks do
You can fix it, you think?
wander out on their own. So Dawn has been here for about 5 years. She's been an amazing asset, and I'm sure everyone that's
I
worked with
have
her can say
where
the
I
same.
hook my
We're sad to
waterfall.
see her go, but we're happy to
There's
see
a
where
fountain
this takes
outside,
her. So I just want to
and it's
make sure that
connected
Dawn knows
to
you're highly
heat
appreciated,
a
and
fire,
we
whatever
thank
it
you for all
is.
your work.
Can you just stand
And
up for just a minute and wave,
anytime
please,
I
Dawn?
fill the
Thank
water,
you.
it'll knock it out.
Again, she's really
And
going
so
to
I've
be
been
missed
having
by
to
all
go
of us.
in and
Thank you
start
for
and
everything
start
you've
and
done for
start,
us.
and then it'll come back on again.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to
That's
talk
about
about
it.
our new
One of the
platform.
bathrooms
We
that's
talked
in my
about it
shed.
last month. Brad and our new
Well, let me look at your bathroom.
administrator, Michael, is going to answer questions and give you some training again on that new platform.
Yep, yep. And I am ready to go. We are going to get into the Front Steps portal, which is what I will refer to it as. As I discovered with our last one, when I posted it on YouTube, I was flagged for copyright and bullying for whatever reason that was. So I'm going to make sure to refrain from the names, and I have another way to download the video. So just in case YouTube does want to flag it, there's an option to get the video to you guys. And before I get started, I do want to say that we are awfully excited to be fully staffed. I know me and Darlene have been waiting for this moment. All these folks have hit the ground running. I know they're eager and excited to get started. So I just wanted to make sure to say that. We're really excited and looking forward to the future here. So we'll get started. If you look at, we have them up on both screens. I have a laser pointer here. Hopefully you guys can see it. Can we start off with that first slide, Dave, with the screenshot? So as we start with this new portal, we notice that there's a big difference from the desktop version to the app version. And unfortunately, with the app version, basically what our portal company has told us is that the app is what the app is. Their idea is to push everyone to the desktop. And if you're trying to get to a desktop version through your app, say you have it on your phone only as an app, you pull it up and you look at this bottom part right here, it says desktop access. So instead of logging in normally, because the app doesn't give you all the features that the desktop will give you. So in order to access that desktop version, you want to click on the desktop access. And once you do that, next slide, Dave. It brings you into here where it shows you how to then go into your Safari if you have an iPhone or whatever internet browser you're using, Firefox, Chrome, and gives you the steps on how to log in through the app on the desktop. So that way you get the desktop version. I know it's a little tricky to navigate, but the idea, and they explain it here, is that they want to push everyone to the desktop as that has all the features they want, residents to use and enjoy. So I know a lot of folks want to use the app. Again, when you're using the app, it is, unfortunately, we are working with the product team, but it is going to be what it is with the app. I would recommend always go to that desktop version and enjoy the full access of what the portal offers. If we can get to Tracy Hammond has been so kind to let us log into her account. As a manager, I don't get the resident account. I just get a manager side. So what I see is a little different than what you guys see. I want to start off, we've kind of walked through a lot of this. If you go over here to your quick actions, in your own well, I'm sorry, I can't see the laser pointer. Yeah, if you can't scoot in, we're working on getting our big screen fixed. So if you can't see, please get closer to one of the side screens over here. And can you dim the lights a little, Dave? More? A little bit more on the lights, Dave. And then maybe can we enlarge just on this portion right here? No? No? Okay. I'll explain it as best I can. So when you're on your portal and you go into your initial, after you've logged in and you're into your home screen, you're going to come into, an overall dashboard. Over on the top left corner, you're going to see a bunch of drop-down menus, starting off with dashboard, quick actions, community communications, my reservation requests, documents and facts, and property information. So under those, the second drop down is quick actions. Now each resident can set your portal for how you want your quick action. So if you want something that's not in there, you can navigate through your portal and set your own quick action. So if you want access to documents a little bit quicker, you can set it to right in this area. We'll go into directory. So as we've mentioned before, the directory, our portal and our resident account information now speak to each other. So this all transfers over automatically. Now, if you want to be seen in the directory, that is the resident's choice. You have to go into your profile, which is up in the top right corner. You go down to view profile or privacy settings. And then down there's these three click over buttons. And that's how you would put yourself into the directory. Now, it's a default setting as you initially log in that you are not in the directory. They give that permission to the resident. So if you want to be in the directory, it is your call. We have no say over that. So again, if you want to be in the directory within the portal, you want to go to your viewer log or your login, privacy settings, and then click over so that you're green on show your information, email, and phone number, or whatever it is you prefer. Say you want to be on the directory and you don't want to give your phone number out, you just want your email. You can set it like that. Any questions on that part of it? Stick with quick action. So you can go down to payments. I mean, a lot of this is self-explanatory. Payments, you can see, when your last payment is. If you need to make a payment, all your billing statement is in here. We go down to architectural requests. This is going to show any request that you have and the status of it. You can view the permit. Again, as Henry uploads them, our account information talks to the portal. So all this transfers over as soon as we put it in. My violations, same thing. And of course, Tracy doesn't have any still. Good job. Your calendar, you can pull up the calendar and see. Now, some of the biggest concern I have, or I've heard, is that you can't like click on an event and it transfer over to your, say, your personal phone into your calendar events. We are working on that product with the product team. Unfortunately, that is not available, but again, we are working on it. But if you click on any of them, if you want to go down to like the board meeting or a town hall, there you go. And click on it, you can pull up a description, where it's at, and the time. And that's for any of the events located on that calendar. Got a question? Oh, let's go to Mike Tia.
Back on the board meeting, it had share your comments. Is that comments personal or does it go back to the board?
What, on through the events? So that's going to go to the managers. Is going to go. We have it set up going through. Yeah.
So if somebody wants to add something to the board of directors planning meeting, the comment part, it goes back to somebody in management or the board.
Correct.
So they can actually write it instead of sending it in.
Correct. Okay. Documents. This is where you're going to find a lot of our, governing documents. This part is the working process. We have, years of catching up to do. We have files in the S drive that stretch back to, 1997, further back. So we are, slowly populating all these categories. Now, as you go through, there's different categories, whether you're looking for, applications from the office, or if you're looking for, say, board of directors meetings. Can we click on that? So anything really board of directors involved, you can go right to this folder. And as you can see, there's minutes, there's the agendas, and then there's board information giving you a list of all of our board members and everything there. So fairly self-explanatory there. Depending on what you're looking for, we do have it broken down to years. Keep it fairly simple and organized. That way we can just keep moving forward with, as we go on with meetings and agendas. So yeah, any documents, governing documents are all in there. Yeah, you can see a governing documents. There's policies and procedures. We have committee meeting minutes and agendas and other information, applications you can find through here as well. All right, let's go down to the community communications. So bulletins, I'm sure you guys have all seen bulletins that we've been sent out. Now the cool thing that we've discovered, oh, okay, Dave, I got a question over here, sorry. I see that only 23, 24, and 25 documents have been moved to Neighbor. Yeah, at the moment, we've only done the last 2 years. As we're populating this, we're going to, get more in depth, but at the moment, we've just put the last 2 years up. And we will correct Michelle's last name through front steps. And the status of the town center fountain, we can talk about that later. We're going to go through this portal setup for right now. Oh, sorry, I got a couple more. Will there be an option from the front steps calendar to add meeting into your calendar? I'm working on that. At the moment, no, there is not. You cannot click on a calendar event and then have it directly into your calendar on your personal phone. We had a meeting with Front Steps on Tuesday. They're working with their product team to get that moving. So we're hopeful for it. But yes, unfortunately, at the moment, that is not an option. We're missing committee minutes from 2024. Again, we are populating that slowly. There's a lot to filter through. Michael's been working on it day and night since he's been here. So we will continue to do that. We will write that down and make sure we get some of those minutes in there. All right, let's get back to the dashboard here. Under all the drop downs, there's community communications. And then as you get down there, you'll see bulletins and e-forms. Bulletins are kind of what were the blasts that we used to do on our former site. So you'll see those for water breaks, any kind of quick information we need to get out there. That is the best way to look at it. Now, the good thing about this is regardless if you're registered in Front Steps or not, you still get the email notification. So as long as your email is with us in our account system, those emails get sent to you whether you're in Front Steps or not. So a very good point there. eForms is another great product here. You're able to online fill out a lot of these forms. We're working on a few of them still. Architectural request is not on there yet. We are, again, working with the product team to get that up and set up, but you can, complaint forms, notice of a pending arrivals, RV applications, RV exemption forms, age verification, arrival, departure. All these you can fill out online and submit, and then they get sent over to us, to our new office manager, and to the appropriate parties that need to know. So another great option. Again, we are working on getting everything we can as an e-form, make it easy. No one's got to print anything. You don't have to scan anything. It's just a matter of being online and filling out the document. Another question. Using a web browser, there are 24 pages of documents that are not directly linked to a file. When a file is selected, the document does not appear. It's not open, not a direct link. I believe this. Okay. The Friday newsletter usually sent via email Friday evening after the office closed, where in Front Steps you can save Friday blast data, which contains information for next week. Actually, what you can do is that you can archive them within your own. So if you go up to Bulletin, there is, if you open it, yeah, pop on details for me. Okay, they haven't added that yet. So we're working on an archive feature. I thought that was installed already, but there are, go ahead. So we are working on an archive type of feature that you can have an archive drop down, and then you can archive any newsletter, bulletin, any information you want.
On your forms and stuff, when you fill out a work order request form, is there a way of knowing when it's completed? Is there a way
Yes,
of seeing that?
on we do input that in Caliber. So if you go back to your work order, you can see the status. What we have been doing, unfortunately, is that our maintenance guys don't have access to the accounting software. So right now we're still with the work orders coming back for maintenance, and then Michael grabs them. He writes notes on them, upstates, what's going on, and approved or in process, completed, etc. through front steps.
So then we go back and look at our same work order and see that
Yep.
it's
It's in process. It's underway. Again, we put notes in it so that we can kind of go. We understand. We'll get to it.
whatever.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Another question. On the calendar, there are 2 bookkeepers. Now the front steps is implemented. Will management follow through with getting add-on features for camera patrol to capture license plate? This was discussed in the past. Yes, we are working on that. That's a little bit more to do with the network. We made our switch over from Merit to our new company. We are now trying to reset up the network. We run on an air fiber, which shoots on antennas from on top of town center to our other buildings. So we have to get somebody up there to climb it and reset it, and it's a little bit of a process. So that was just a question on the links there. Go down to documents and okay. My reservation request. This is where you can put in your work orders. Again, the architectural requests are still, not quite up to par yet. So work orders are definitely there. You can view your violations, your calendar. And again, if you want those in your quick actions, you can go through your settings and set it up so you can get a little bit of quicker access to some of these drop downs. Over on documents and facts, if we could. Our property information. Where's the community facts for you? Go to the documents and facts. I'm looking for the links. Go to information. There we go. So under documents and facts, there's this information page. Now we can't put links in some of the calendars and some of the other locations. So if you go down under your documents and facts, go to information. We have put all the links that we need. Your go to meetings links are right here, which again never change. Those links stay the same. So it's going to be there again in your our documents and facts. We've also added the happytrailsresort.info page here, which takes you directly to the page, to our new webpage. If you want to click on it, takes you straight there. We're Michael again. He's been awesome. We're in the process of getting this back up and running to a great state. We got new pictures of there, of course, with our new sign. So we are still in the process of that. The biggest difference you guys will know is that we have separated management from the property sales portion of it. I'm working on the phone line. I know that's still on the phone when you call the menu, but the idea is that the sales are private, the properties are private. Management should not have their hands in that at all. When it creates quite a the confusion when folks are coming in to talk to us about buying a property, and we have nothing to do with that. So the Happy Trails Properties page is dormant. It is no longer connected to Happy Trails. Folks looking to sell, there's multiple sites out there, Zillow. I know a lot of people are on Facebook Marketplace. If you're doing something, smaller, not real estate sales. So again, the portal is just for residents. We didn't want it to get confused with sales or, I was on the portal and I bought something here. No, we don't want all the sales are private. So we don't want, the portal is strictly for residents and management to communication.
On that note, then what is Stagecoach doing when it takes people around the resort? Isn't that selling?
Well, they're touring them and just showing them. They're not necessarily selling.
Well, not necessarily selling, but they're
Right.
touring and saying, come live here, correct?
Correct.
So isn't that contradictive?
I wouldn't think so.
I mean,
They're
I'm
not. They're
I'm
not
saying
making.
that we should or should
Right,
not
right,
have it
right.
on our
But they're not
website,
making
but
a.
it seems contradictive to me.
Right,
To
and
have
I
a
understand, but
stagecoach that's touring and saying, come live here, but yet our website is not saying, come live here.
right, but the stagecoach is not taking checks and saying, "Give me your money for this property." Neither.
Well, neither was the websites.
Well,
taking
they were
checks.
calling for us though. They would call our offices and talk to us about buying properties, and that was the confusion, is that it was linked to it, so people saw it on our page thinking that we were responsible for it, and we're not.
Wouldn't we just have one little thing that says a link to Surprise Realty?
Well, they can, but I don't think that's in the place of us to be in the middle of any sales.
Can I talk about that for just a
Yeah.
second? I think one of the issues with it isn't just that
You got to hold it.
it
Yeah.
isn't just that we don't want to help people out, but that also there's a legal requirement if we're representing buyers and sellers, then we're entering into a legal process where we're acting as a real estate broker, and that's really rocky territory, and it's something we really want to stay away from. So there are plenty of other real estate sites that are out there, whether it's on Zillow or Realtor.com or even Craigslist or other such sites. They're available to you, but one of the problems with us representing a particular real estate office or company is also that we're saying use them and not the others, and so we're entering into some really gray legal area that we'd like to stay out of. Yeah. Well, I think what we're doing with the stagecoach is promoting living here, but we're not specifically saying, we're representing this property.
Right.
We'd like to leave that in the hands of the people who own it.
At any point do we say, come see us on the website? I mean, we've got a front page and stuff, and I can't read it here, but at any point do we even say, come see us? Or,
well, to be honest,
do we allude that you can buy property here? Do we even allude to that there's property for sale, that this is I mean.
So there's a couple different things we're working on. The hopes is that we get a communication committee fully staffed again, and that this can be a niche for them. It can be something that the community decides on with the public website. So this is a public website. Anyone that types in happytrailsresort.info can get to this page.
Okay.
Now, I believe we should put it in the hands of the community and the committee to decide if they want to do that. I don't want to be in control of that because, again, we're management, and like Michael was saying, it's a gray line for us. Now, if the community and the committee want to move forward with that, I mean, that's your guys' call. It's your website.
I hear you. It doesn't. We can say that this is a community that you own your own property. We're not selling. You own your own property, and and that's a generic statement. It's a true generic statement. This is a unique resort that you own your own land here. That's a huge selling point. We're not being salesperson by stating that. That's just a general statement.
Right. Yeah.
That's true, that leads people here. That's the one reason I bought here, is that this is one of only 2 places in the entire state that you can actually own the land here.
Right.
That's a gigantic selling point. It doesn't mean that we're salespeople. It just is a statement that come see us because you can actually own the land here.
Right. And no one's arguing that. I agree. The issue is that we were paying for a website that sold. That was the issue. We had on our account, on our GoDaddy account, Happy Trails Properties, meaning we paid for that domain. Mm-hmm. And that's why that properties page is gone. Now, if the communications committee wants to get fully staffed and get involved and say, hey, we want to link them to other sites, by all means. No one's saying they can't, but we are keeping it basic right now because, again, the hopes is that we get the communications committee involved and they can kind of run with the website because it is the community website. We don't want to be in charge of it. We don't want to, and if the community wants to have links for other sites where you can buy, by all means.
Again, it's not a link. It's strictly a statement somewhere in there that just
Well, right, and we're working on that.
Okay.
We're keeping it very
That's all I'm
basic.
asking.
We're keeping it very basic right now until we can get the communications committee involved.
Yeah, and I think that it's important to let you guys know that if you do have suggestions, then please do email us and we can bring that up to the right person or committee so that we can have that decided upon.
I got a question.
I have a question. You're talking about the stagecoach as such driving around the golf cart. Okay. But my question is, isn't just driving around that's promoting happy trails? But if people see all these for sale signs, they're going to figure out that there isn't just one person or sales group. I know Surprise.
Right, and with the stagecoach, those are all appointment driven. So it's not like somebody's coming into the restaurant and then going on the stagecoach to go, from the public. So those are all appointments made however they found the place. So again, it's not right. That's what I'm saying. It's not it's the appointments are made through the stagecoach, which have a department. Blair runs that, and that's how folks get on the stagecoach and tour around. We have nothing to do with the setup of the appointments or anything of that nature.
I think it's important too that people understand the distinction between promoting our community and promoting particular properties for sale or rent. And that's kind of the difference between what we're presenting here is promoting our community, and maybe we can add a few details about that, like they're individually owned, but we don't represent any particular single property.
And again, this is just a basic. I mean, we're not, by any means, this isn't a final product of the page. We're just now starting this up. So, I mean, blanket statements of, power properties are private are absolutely a good thing. We just want to make sure we're separated from the idea that you can go to this website and purchase something from this website. That's the idea.
Brad?
Yep.
In response to what Marie is asking, it's already on there. And it says a unique feature of Happy Trails is land ownership. Buyers in Happy Trails purchase deeded lots. So it's in there.
Oh, we just didn't scroll down enough. There we go. It's there.
And it's under where it says Happy Trails Resort, welcome, explore, enjoy.
Yeah, so if you could just scroll down a little bit, Tracy. Or is it right there? Oh, yeah.
Maybe it needs to be clarified a little more.
Our resort is unusual in that all the lots are individually owned rather than leased. Yeah. I couldn't either. You see how close I got to it. Awesome. So again, we are, this is a beginning stage. The hopes are is that the communications committee gets involved and really runs with this. You want to go back to front steps or our portal, I meant. You can also see we put some extra help in here. So if you're looking for app help, if you go to that second one, up top, that second one there, click on that. It's going to take you straight to a link that's going to give you help if you're looking for help on the app side. Now, we put a few new links in there. If you're merging your accounts, there's a help section from there, as well as an email. If you can go back to front steps, Tracy, just hit back on that. And then, so there's a phone number up here. This is all a help section. So there's an email if you're merging your accounts, accessing it, if you need help with the work orders or violations, the mobile side, or just initial login. All links right there to help out, along with the phone number and the email. And then again, you go down further, there's other links. You got our Happy Trails links, there's the go to the meeting links, and then other services that are available around the community.
What do you mean by merging your account?
So sometimes if someone is an owner already and they bought a new lot, you merge them. Yeah. We noticed a little bit of issue with our account information. If you were in Caliber, John Smith and Nancy Reagan, it would kind of send a glitch into front steps and it wouldn't load properly. So Michael actually spent all day yesterday working through a lot of them that we had. So I think we're in a good spot to move forward. I know that it links up and syncs up overnight. Can someone hold that microphone up more? No, up. No, your hand, move it up. There you go. Yeah. Your hand's on the antenna, it gets some static.
Sorry.
Yeah, so we're continuing to work with the portal. We're going to continue to add to it. Again, it's a growing process. I personally, I think it's great. I hope everyone has been enjoying it. I know there's some growing pains, but that's always to be expected. But I really hope it's something that everyone is enjoying and using so far. Are there any other questions about it? About our resident portal?
And I don't know if I don't know how to word this. Is there somebody live at Front Steps? Because I've called that number a couple times, left messages, and all I get is an email back asking for more information. And I've replied back, and I still haven't. I've been having trouble with it, but I assume that at some point somebody would have called me back, and I've never gotten a
Nothing.
phone call.
Yes, they do have live people there. Now, their help staff is not a big one, and they were upfront with us about that. So they do get bogged down. Again, no excuse for it, but that is kind of the situation. I always recommend emailing it. I tend to get better results from the email, but yeah, I did speak to someone who spoke to someone on the phone number, and they said it was all right. So maybe it was just rough time and but yeah, they do have a live help team, not AI. Any other questions about our resident portal?
I just want to add on to that any of you can also come into the office and we can help you with that too if you're not getting anywhere with Front Steps.
Awesome. Questions, concerns? If not, I did see a question up there about the town center fountain. We are working on it. We're working with the landscape committee to get a finalization on architect's plans to redo the fountain. Once we do that, we'll get it to the board, and depending on the approval or not, we'll move forward. So that was a question from the chat. I just want to make sure to touch on it. Anything else? Any front steps or questions in general? Concerns? Got one here.
I heard that the font is too small to read for some people, and could that be corrected as you present it, or do we have to raise the font on our own project?
No, no. I have addressed that. We're going to make sure that that font is larger on the newsletters and everything. So yeah, no, we will address that. I believe the last one I sent out should have been with the enlarged one on it. So I'm not sure if the last one is the one you were speaking of or noticed the changes. If not, again, I did raise the font level about 6, from 14 to 18. So if we need to go bigger, just reach out, let me know. We can do that, no problem. Any other questions way over in the corner? Making you walk, Deanna.
Whatever happened to the street sweeping that we were supposed to have once a quarter?
The street sweeping. We have canceled the street sweeping for a couple different reasons. The first one is that their machines with water could not get into all of our parking lot. So we were going to pay for a service and not get everything we wanted, and they wouldn't do the whole parking lot because they couldn't get the machine with water, which is what we all wanted, to get on there. And then the other part is that even when they were in the other sides of the streets, they weren't using water. So really all they were doing is blowing dirt around. We reached out to them to use water. They said they would. It was just back and forth. So at the moment, we have canceled the street sweeping because our landscapers go around and blow, which is what a street sweeper is doing. I mean, there's no water on it, but we weren't getting water with the guys anyways. So it was an expense that seemed unnecessary to me, especially if we can't even get all of our payments swept. So we have taken a break on that. We're working to see if there's a solution to move forward. Maybe there's a machine that they can find that can get all of our little nooks and crannies in the parking lot with water. But unfortunately, that is not the case at the moment.
Hi, what happened to our big screen?
The big screen? It is down. I'm actually working with a company called Midpoint. They were out here a couple weeks ago to get us numbers. Of course, since it's a projector screen, there's a measurement that's involved and all sorts of fun stuff. So I am working on it. I'm waiting actually to hear back from them. I was hoping to get it fixed and something in front of the board by this next board meeting. It's getting a little tight, but it's underway. We're in talks with it. Again, the company's called Midpoint.
Thank you. Our bigger players really miss it.
I know. We noticed it big time with the movie too the other night. So I'm really trying. I think we had. Yep.
The Red Rock going down Happy Trails Boulevard. We started putting it on the side, and then we didn't get very far. What's the deal?
We're still moving along with it. It's just a matter of ordering new ones. We're a little short-handed on landscaping right now, so we're looking for some new landscape help. But yes, we are just talking with our guys. They're gonna keep removing it, and we'll order another good old ton of Jesse Red when we can, and keep it going. So yeah, it's still very much underway.
I turned a work order in several months ago, and I haven't heard back anything, but I haven't got results that I want. I think that we need the second handicapped accessible for the back. There's a women's thing. It's got the second from the end. That one is handicapped accessible. The other one, they've got the toilet and everything.
You're talking about in the restroom here at the Chuck Wagon?
Yes.
Okay, you're saying extend another stall, so we have 2 handicap stalls in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
They've made a space, but they didn't put the riser toilet in or hand grips.
Okay.
But so that's just a matter of changing the toilet out and put on grab bars.
Okay, I'll look into it and see where we're at.
In the season, there's a line.
Sure.
Us people that stay here all the time and getting older can't wait.
Yeah. Hey, I can't either, so I get it. I will look into that. I'm not off the top of my head. That doesn't. I don't remember seeing that, but I'll look into it and make sure we get underway. Okay. Well. Okay, so it's underway. They're getting to it. Okay. Maintenance did get it. They're gonna get to it. It's in their list. So once we hear, I'll get with maintenance and check on it, and then we'll make sure to get something out. Anything else, guys? Okay. Well, I do appreciate everyone. We got a question on the chat, Dave. Are we getting key fob access to pools, etc., in the resort to keep only residents from accessing our facilities? That is something that we have been working on. We're trying. The only concern is how do we pay for it? Where is that money going to come from? So we are in the process. We do have some, talks within company Southwest Gates, who does our gates now. We've talked with, and a couple of other companies. The number I think is a little bit bigger than what anyone wanted to see. So we are working that. But before we could even get to key access, we need our network to be straightened out and that air fiber to be configured correctly. So that's the number one concern. And then from there, we can, install more cameras and look into the key access, license plate recognition, all that kind of fun stuff. All righty. Well, again, I want to thank. Oh, one more question.
What's going on with that big marble person or whoever's, shooting around here?
Ironically enough, we've been patrol. Carla and Dave at patrol have been working, hard at this. And ironically enough, we've kind of staged a guy over around the time it's happened, and it's been quiet. So ironic how that's happened, but we're going to keep with it. They haven't seen anything out of the ordinary, but we have staged patrol over in the area where it's happened, and we haven't had any incidents since. So we're going to keep an eye on it. And again, hopefully once we get this network configured correctly, we can get some camera footage over there to kind of assist with that as well. Alrighty. I appreciate everyone coming out. Thank you very much for your questions. And if you got any more, you know where we're at. Michael will be glad to answer them. Thank you, guys.